To play.
To play.
In
In
a personal garden.
a personal garden.
Or
Or
public garden.
public garden.
I
I
don't have
don't have
a preference.
a preference.
I like to be
I like to be
outdoors
outdoors and
can do it either in a personal or public garden.
public garden.
What apps
But
have you
you
recently used?
recently used.
Recently,
Recently,
I used
I used
an app
an app
to create
to create
a college
a college
for my
for my
home pictures.
own
Or
or
it is called Pick College.
it is called Pick College.
I wanted
I wanted
to
to
get
have
some photos
some photos
printed
printed
for my room wall
for my wall
and created
and created
some
some
nice photo
nice
colleges with this app.
colleges to sell.
What kind of apps
What kind of app
are you
are you
usually
usually
interested in?
interested in?
I am usually interested in gaming apps like Pokemon Go, Subway Surf, etc. Besides this, there are some apps I regularly use, like social media apps, Google Maps, WhatsApp, video streaming apps, and shopping apps, etc. What was the first app you used? I think the first app I used was WhatsApp. It's a great texting app to stay connected with friends and family. What was the first app you used? I think the first app the first app I used was WhatsApp. It's a great texting app to stay connected with friends and family. What kind of apps would you like to use in the future? In the future, I would like to use apps that can help me with my education and career. I want to take some online classes and would like to use education apps like EDX, Udemy, colors. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is red. I have liked it since I was it
I find it
very dull and boring.
very dull and boring.
What colors
What color
do your friends
do your friends
like most?
like most?
Most of my friends
Most of my friends
like
like
blue,
blue,
red,
red,
black,
black,
and pink.
and pink.
What color
What color
makes you
makes you
uncomfortable
uncomfortable
in your room?
in your room?
In my room,
In my room,
black
that
makes me
makes me
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
I like
I like
light color.
light color. ini boleh
On my room walls, as they make my room
make my room
look brighter.
look brighter.
What colors
What color
do you like?
do you like?
I like
I like
all colors.
gold color.
But red is
But red is
my favorite color.
my favorite color.
What is
What is
the most
the most
popular color
popular color
in India?
in India?
India is
India is
a vast country.
vast country.
It is
It is
difficult to
difficult to
generalize
generalize
one color
one color
as
as
the most
the most
popular color.
popular color.
I think
I think
all colors are
all colors are
equally popular,
equally not popular,
but the three colors
but the three colors
of the national flag
of the national flag
are
are
the most popular.
the most popular.
Green stands for
Green stands for
prosperity.
prosperity.
Saffron stands for
Yellow stands for
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
And white stands for
And white stands for
peace. We like to
we like to
wear
wear
dark or light colors.
dark or bright color.
I like
I like
to
to
dark or light
dark or bright
colors
colors
in winters,
in winter,
but in summers
but in summer
I like to wear
I like to wear
light shades.
light shirt.
Do colors
Color
affect your mood?
reflecting mood.
Yes,
Yes,
colors
color
affect my mood.
reflecting mood.
When I see
When I see
you
you
bright colors,
bright colors,
I feel
I feel
energetic. Energetic.
energetic.
But light shades
But light shirts
make me
make me
feel
feel
calm.
calm.
Red color,
So,
red color,
red color,
red color,
red color,
red color
red color
matter
matter
to you
to you
when you were
when you were
a child.
a child.
Yes.
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 Hello.
Hello.
How are you, friend?
How are you, friend?
Today
Today,
it is nice
it
time.
is nice time.
We are enjoying
We are going
in English language.
in English
We
language.
are
We are
entertaining
entertaining
with words of English.
with words of English.
English words are
English words are
very tasty.
very tasty.
English words are
English words are
very interesting.
very interesting.
Very tasty.
Very tasty.
These words are
These words are
spicy.
spicy.
Really,
Really,
it energizes me.
it energizes me.
Let me,
Let me,
let us,
let us,
let them, let us
let us
discuss,
discuss,
converse
converse
in English
in English.
always.
Always,
Let us
let us
think in
think in
English first
English first
before
before
describing
describing
explaining,
explaining,
defining
defining,
things,
things,
articles.
articles,
Color
color,
mattered
mattered
to me
to me
when I was a child.
when I was a child.
My mother
My mother
tells me
tells me
I always wanted things in red color. My school bag
my school bag
was
was
always red,
red
and my clothes
and my clothes
also
also
had shades of red.
shades of red.
Does color
That color
matter when you buy things? Yes, definitely. Color is very important. Light shopping. I like my clothes in light pastel shades. But household items like bed sheets and dinner sets in bright shades. When which color do you don't like to have in your home? I like all colors, but I would not like gray on the walls of my house because I find gray to be a dull color. What is the difference between men's and women's preference on colors? There are no gender differences nowadays. There are no gender differences nowadays. No gender differences nowadays. No gender differences nowadays. Both men and women wear on types of colors. Have you ever seen a rainbow? Yes, I have seen a rainbow many times. It looks very beautiful. Generally, it is seen in the rainy season. There are 7 colors in the rainbow: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. I will feel really happy when I see a rainbow. When I see a rainbow, I feel really very happy. When I see a rainbow, in Hindu mythology, it is called Indradhanush, or the bow of the Lord Indra, the Lord of thunder and lightning. Hello, brother. Hello, sister. Hello, mother. Hello, father. How are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you feeling well today? Are you better? Are you nicer? Are you finer? Don't show me. Keep it inside. It's your money. Dear friend, are you listening me? How to speak weather? What kind of weather?
Weather is very,
What kind of weather
beautiful. What kind of weather
do you like the most?
would you like to do?
I like note to vote or court. So, the seasons we get before peak summer and cold winters are my favorite. What's the weather like in your hometown? I come from a small town in Punjab, and my hometown has tropical weather with hot and dry summer, cold winters, and monsoon after summer. Do you like the weather in your hometown? Yes, I like the weather in my hometown. I am not very fond of the summer month here, but usually I take a vacation in summer, and we go to the nearby hill station to get an escape from the heat. Do you prefer dry or wet weather? I prefer the wet weather more than the dry. Monsoon season comes after very hot and dry months of summer. I like the relief the rain brings from the heat, and enjoy having tea and fritters in the rain, getting lost. How to speak, how to read, how to write, how to listen. Today, now, here, we are learning. Nice time, nice day, nice section. It's nice day, have a nice day, nice time, nice day, nice section. You see, I see, we see, he sees, she sees, they see, everyone sees. I listen, we listen, you listen, he listen, she listen, they listen, it listen. I read, we read, you read, he reads, she reads, they read, it reads. I write, you write, we write, I write, we write, you write, they write, we write, she writes, it writes. I am, you are, I am, we are, you are, he is, she is, it is. I was, we were, you were, he was, she was, it was. I am two, we are two, you are two, he is Weather is okay today. Friends, good morning. Good afternoon. Good noon. Good evening. Good night. Hello. Hello friend. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you. Nice to talk you. आपसे बात करके अच्छा लगा? Nice to talk you. आपसे बात करके अच्छा लगा? आपको सुन के अच्छा लगा? Listen you. आपको सुन के अच्छा लगा? आपसे बात करके अच्छा लगा? आपसे कन्वर्स करके अच्छा लगा? Have you ever lost your way? Yes. I have lost my way. Yes, I have lost my way many times. One time I got lost on my way to a friend's wedding in the outskirts of our town, as I was not familiar with that area. How can you find your way when you are lost? Usually, one can use the Maps app on their phone to get the right direction. But sometimes it doesn't work because some areas don't have a good signal. Another way is to ask people around for help or stop at a store and ask people who work there. Can you read a map when you get lost? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Read a map, but I usually don't carry a map. I am dependent. On the map app on my phone, and I can read the map there. Hello friend. Thank you. Nice to see you. I respect. Welcome. Thank. Holy Motherland. Indian land. मेरी मातृभूमि. Native land. Motherland. I respect it. I thank it. I welcome it. It is my pleasure to appreciate, to admire, to praise my country, my heritage, social heritage, environment, atmosphere, everywhere I find these five elements: air, fire, soil, sky, and water. If I don't care, then pollution may damage, spoil, destroy, devastate our atmosphere, environment. Let us for some special purpose, objective, aim, ambition. That's why we proud, I proud, you proud, he proud, she proud, on its Indian holy motherland. Everyone is patriotistic, nationalistic, who respect Indian birds, plants, trees, and salute the sun, salute the moon, salute the stars. These are the objects, elements of nature. Really, my holy motherland is multi-dimensional, multi-sided, multifaceted. My holy motherland is the creator, generator, operator, all free thinker, freedom fighter, astronomer, astrologer, starter, came on my Indian motherland. It's a really matter of proud for everyone. Surely, definitely, actually, our Indian land will become the guide, supervise, informer, instructor, director in the different skills, talents, manners, style, everything that we see in the world, that is due to our Indian forefathers, foretellers, forecasters, those who spent their time with nature. Nature supported them, cooperated them. Their aim was to serve the country. Really, freedom fighters were not selfish. They were not selfish. Selflessly. They spent their time. Shivran Devi Maharaj, who came in 1469. Our India was discovered by Vasco da Gama in 1498. Before the freedom of India, 200 years before the freedom of India, America was discovered by Columbus in 1600. East India Company came in India. William Shakespeare, king of literature. He is known as king of literature. Born in 1560. 64.
64.
Shakespeare wrote, constructed many tragedies around 1600. Shakespeare says tragedy is better than comedy. Tragedy brings pity and fear. That's why tragedy is more powerful than comedy. Plato, who was in favor of ideas, he expressed that the world that we have around us, it has come from idea. But Aristotle, who says the word has come from imitation. There are two adverse concept of evolution of the universe. Our science students, those who are studying science, they know how miraculous, musical, majestic this world has come. But we should not forget our own holy religions, holy scriptures of this land, of our holy motherland, are belonged to mega science. Everything that we study today, it has come from our holy scriptures. Earlier, initially, philosophy, psychology was the common subject for studying different subjects. But today, we have different subjects like mathematics, social science, English, technology. We need this thing in the Victorian age. 19th century period and 20th century period, both the periods in English meaning as revolution in industrialization. Alfred Lord Tennyson, who started writing the Lotus Eaters. The Lotus Eaters, Elysis, Tears, Idle Tears. This Victorian age, in English is known as the age of compromission. There was climax of science, climax of religion. But ultimately, they compromised for writing. Queen Victoria, who came at the throne in 1837. The Victorian age to 1900 in English literature. But in between this time, in 1857, there was starting of first India's struggle for freedom. Just after it, there was the birth of Swami Vivekananda in 1863. Mahatma Gandhi, who born in 1869. East India Company came in India in 1600. In 1885, there was the establishment of Congress. Swami Vivekananda who went to the USA in 1893. These dates are very important. In 20th century, there was a great epoch, historical event, historical incident. First World War, 1914 to 18, 1938, 25 is known as the time of Second World War. After 1945 to 1990, the USSR became king of the world. After 1990, the America became the grandfather of all the worldly countries. Now Mr. Jovan will express his ideas related to question and answers of the interviews. Yes, you can.
Science. Do you like science?
Yes, please.
Do you like science? Yes, I like science. I am very curious by nature and love to know how things work. Then if you start to
Slowly. They will follow you slowly.
then
1 to 3 words only one time.
then if you
2 to 3 words only one time. 2 to 3 words. Not more than 3 words. 2 words sufficient. Speak up. They follow you. Yes.
Very good. You start to learn about science. I started learning about science. Right for elementary school. Which science subject is interesting to you? Chemistry. Chemistry is the most.
My name is Wilson. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Safsan Hassan.
Thank you. Well, can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Syria.
Can I say your identification?
Yes.
Thank you, that's fine. Now, for this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's look at your
English is international language, so English literature is the best major I've ever studied, so I like it very much.
What do you hope to do when you finish your studies?
Well, I'm planning to complete my higher studies. I'll be doing an MA and eventually will be doing a PhD to be a professor in English literature.
Now let's talk about weekends. What do you usually do at the weekend?
Well, usually I go to visit my relatives or even friends, but sometimes I stay at home just for if I have exams or something to study, so I just stay at home. But most of my time actually I spend it with my friends, going out for to drink something or to have fun and enjoy.
What do you think you'll do next week?
Well, next weekend I have to go to a trip to York, and I'm so excited about it. Yeah. Well, because I've heard that York, it's a very ancient city, so and the Vikings were there, and I like the ancient things and I like history.
Do you enjoy your weekends now more than you did when you were a child?
Well, not really. When I was a child, I just spent all my weekends playing, but now I have lots of concerns. Sometimes I have to stay at home to study, so no, when I was a child, I enjoyed it most.
How important is it for you to relax at the end of the week?
Well, it is very important because you just relax after the whole week because you're studying, you're working, so you need peace and relax and sometimes to take a great time of sleeping just to prepare yourself for the next week.
And let's talk about music. What sort of music do you usually enjoy listening to?
Well, I like music very much because I'm a singer myself. I like to sing, so I have great taste in music. I like the classical, I like the Arabic music, and so music is very important. I have to listen to music all the day.
Has the kind of music you like changed over the years?
Well, yes, it changed because I used to listen to the almost it's slow music, and nowadays it's just very fast, and sometimes techno, and I don't like this kind of music. I still listen to the music that I liked, and I still have the same CDs, and all the time I listen. I sometimes listen to this music, the new music, but I don't like it. I just like to listen to the music that I liked when I was a child.
Do you prefer listening to live music or recorded music?
Well, recorded. I don't like live music because I feel always the singer is not good in live music, so I feel like recorded is better.
Do you think listening to music helps you study?
Yes, I always listen to music when I'm studying. Sometimes my friends make fun of me because I'm not concentrating, but actually it makes me more concentrated.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make notes in English. Do you understand?
Yes.
Here's some paper and pencil for making notes. And here's your topic. And I'd like you to describe a special gift or present you gave to someone. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes so I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start something about this?
Okay. The special gift actually I gave to my mother, and it was a necklace in the Mother Day. And actually, I've been to different shops to search for what am I going to give my mother, because giving her anything is just, you feel it. It's very simple. But I looked for different shops, and I then decided to take a very lovely necklace. And it wasn't that much expensive because I was I had the money for it. So I asked the salesman to wrap it for me in a very colored papers, and I just tried to put the red tie on it, and then I hide it in my. I didn't tell her about it till the party, because we usually make a party for my mom in the Mother Day. So I didn't tell her about it till at the party. And when I give it to her, she was really happy very much, and she was almost in tears because she really liked it. And she told me, no matter how simple it is, since you think about giving me anything, so that's really great. So I was really happy for really giving her this present. And she was wearing it every time when she goes out, and she always told her friends about it, like what she brought, what my daughter brought to me on the Mother Day. So I really was proud and happy that she really liked it. Yeah. And so every time I see it, she really she's really proud of it. And
Do you enjoy giving gifts?
yes, I really enjoy. I like even to take gifts, but I enjoy giving gifts to my friends or to my partner, the members of my family, because it shows that you are thinking of them and you really care for them.
Thank you. Can I have a look at your paper and pencil back, please?
Yes.
We've been talking about a special gift you gave to someone, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all giving gifts in families. On what occasions do family members give gifts to each other incidentally?
Well, usually they give gifts on birthdays, in special occasions like, for example, the Eid in my country, and in Christmas time. So, and sometimes if anybody who's graduated from college or from school, and somebody is always get out of the hospital and is now in a very good health, so we usually give them presents and gifts.
Do people tend to spend a lot of money on gifts?
Sometimes, yeah, but it depends on the person that you are giving the gifts, and it depends on your own financial status.
Okay. Let's look at the type of gifts that children give to adults and their families.
Well, this is really interesting because the children always tend to think from their own view that for example, if a small child is going to give his father or mother a gift, he's going to tend to give them a kind of a toy maybe, or something that is the father or the mother want to use, but because the child thinks that I like this, so I want to give it to my father. So they always give it from their point of view, that because I like this, my father is going to like it. So it's really interesting, the child. It's very simple, and sometimes it's very difficult.
So what age do children start to choose gifts?
Well, it depends how the parents coach them up. And sometimes I think it's when they start to recognize the real relationships, because when they were before 7, before 6 years old, they tend not to recognize what does it mean to give a gift or to give, and even they don't recognize the relationships. But after 7, I think they start to recognize and to feel that I need to give a present to my father and mother, as they are giving me every time I have an occasion.
So how important giving gifts is within?
Yeah, it is important because you always give them the feeling that you are really caring for them and you really think of them. And whenever you give them things that they like, you feel that you're really all the time thinking of them. And yeah, I it's also tied up the relationships and makes it more strong.
Right, let's move on from personal gifts to international gifts, if you want to talk about international aid. What sort of aid do countries give to other countries?
Well, sometimes it gives the international aids whenever a country is in need for something and the country cannot afford to make it or to break it. So the other countries will help, for example, with food aids, and especially when disasters and when something bad happened to this country. So they're going to give food aids and sometimes medical aids. Sometimes psychological aids, as we do, because I work in the Red Crescent, so I know what it does mean to give a psychological aids for sometimes for refugees or for even to go for the near countries that really need. For example, in my country, we go to Lebanon and Beijing, and so we help them psychologically to just pass and get over this.
So what do you think motivates governments to give aid?
Well, it is important because I feel that let us recognize ourselves that at the end we are all human beings and we are living in the same home, and it's like a small village, and we are all members of the same the same land. So I feel it's just really makes the relationships more strong, and it gives you it really makes you feel like your humanity.
Do you think the aid is always helpful?
Yes, I think so. Because whenever you think of giving aid to other countries, it's when they are in need, it's really helpful.
Thank you very much. And that is the end of the speaking test.
Good morning. My name is Jude Harvey. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Azzy.
Thank you. And can you tell me where you're from? Can I see your identification, please? Thank you. That's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
I'm a nurse.
And why did you choose this kind of work?
I have two reasons for that. First, I'm from Turkey. In Turkey, you have to pass a very difficult exam if you like to go to the university. And I get to my college as nursing, I think. And the second one, from my childhood, I always be like doctor or nurse, and my father because I really like that, which is my mom always contrasts to because she wants to be a teacher, like my sisters.
What kind of work would you like to do in the future?
I don't know system in England very well, but maybe nursing advisor or some management job. I don't know exactly.
Now let's talk about weekends. What do you usually do at the weekend?
At the moment, my weekends are very busy because I do a lot of housework and I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. She's a very exciting and energetic child. And she messes up everywhere very quickly. It's not easy to tidy up and
What do you think you'll do next weekend?
I planned something for last week, but I couldn't do it. I'd like to bring my husband to the cinema, and after cinema maybe we'll go to the Turkish restaurant sometimes.
Do you enjoy your weekends now more than you did when you were a child?
No, I prefer to be a child again because when you're a child you just play and you haven't got any responsibility or job to do, but now it's so different and difficult.
How important is it for you to relax at the end of the week?
It's very important, but at the moment it's not possible only because now I'm studying English as well. Is when you start the job or study, you would like to be fresh, but it's very difficult.
Now let's talk about music. What sort of music do you usually enjoy listening to?
I'm not fond of music a lot, but I usually listen to Turkish music. And the classic Turkish music is getting relaxed and
Has the kind of music you like changed over the years?
maybe pop music, Turkish music, probably.
Do you prefer listening?
It's not so loud. So loud.
इस तरह की इंटरव्यू अपने आपस में करना है, इसलिए आप इसको बिल्कुल ध्यान से कैसे इंटरव्यू हो रहे हैं, कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछ किया जा रहा है, क्या आंसर हो रहा है, वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट, इसको देखना है फिर बाद में करना है ऐसे।
Good morning. My name's Janet Miller. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name's Nairan Bhumiya.
And can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Thailand.
Can I see your identification, please? Thank you. In the first part, I'd like to ask you a few questions about yourself. What do you do? Do you work or are you a student?
Well, actually both. I'm a part-time student. I'm doing a degree in business studies. I'm also working as a lifeguard at my local swimming pool.
I see. What's the most interesting part of being a lifeguard?
Well, to be honest, it's not a very interesting job. Most of the time, we just wait by the pool. The most interesting part is probably the conversations I have with the other lifeguards. I've got to know them all pretty well now.
What's the most difficult part of being a lifeguard?
We quite often have to tell children to stop behaving badly, and occasionally their parents get angry with us. Don't tell my children what to do, that kind of thing. That can be difficult.
Would you say it's a good occupation?
Well, yes and no. It's a very pleasant job in some ways, but as I said, it can be boring, and it's not very well paid. That's why I'm doing a degree. I want to get something better.
I see. What are your career plans for the future?
When I graduate, I want to get a job in a financial institution, maybe a bank or insurance company. I haven't decided exactly what yet, but something like that.
IELTS speaking part 1, introduction and interview 4 to 5 minutes. Describe the building you live in.
In the first part, I'd like to ask you about the place where you live. Can you describe the building you live in?
Yes, I live in an apartment block. It's got, I think, 8 floors, and we're on the 2nd floor. It's a modern block. I think it was built about 20 years ago.
Is it similar to other buildings in the area?
Yes, it is. There are lots of blocks very similar to mine in that part of the city.
Is it in a convenient location for you?
No, not really. It's quite far from the city center. I'm studying at the college on the other side of the city, so I spend about 2 hours on the bus every day. It's quite boring. The bus is always quite crowded, and I often have to stand. Actually, it's probably the worst part of my day.
I can imagine. Apart from the buses, do you like living in your city?
Yes, I do. There's always a lot going on, and all my friends are there. It's very lively in the evenings. There are lots of good bars and restaurants, and people come from all around the city to meet their friends and have a good time. It's a very good atmosphere.
what changes would improve the area where you live?
Like most cities, there's far too much traffic. I was talking about my bus journey every day. It's only about 10 kilometers, but it takes so long because most of the time the bus is stuck in a traffic jam. Also, sometimes the city is quite polluted, especially when the weather's cold and there's no wind to blow away the pollution. So, less traffic and less pollution would be big improvements.
I just thinking part one, question one. What do you do at the weekends? What do you do at the weekends? I'd like to ask you.
I'd like to ask you some questions about your free time activities. What do you do at the weekends?
Well, my final exams are next month, so at the moment I don't really have any free time at the weekends or any other days. However, in general, when I have free time, I like doing outdoor activities. In particular, I really like land yachting.
Land yachting? What's that?
Well, you have a little chariot with 3 wheels and a big sail. You sit on the chariot and catch the wind in the sail to make the chariot move. There's a big flat windy beach quite near where I live, which is ideal for it. It's also called beach yachting and also land sailing. You don't have to do it on the beach, any flat land will do.
I see. What is it that you like about this sport?
On a windy day, the chariots can go really fast, and because you're so close to the ground, you